All right, I think it's about time to make some room for Saez Sash Door on the layout. So what I did, you can see over here, you see my little putty knife, and I took a little piece out of the scenery in between the tracks where that one board right here I need to cut. Now I cut halfway through, and there's my finger right here. Well, you can't see my finger, but see, I got a little hole right there. So I'm using a Sawzall to cut that through. I got about halfway through, and I decided, maybe I'd better record this so I have it, some documentation of what's going on here. So let's get the layout view here. All right, so there you go. Now I'll finish up cutting that piece out so we could attach all this stuff together. And little by little, I got to move things around here to make room. Okay, so here we go. Now you'll see a bunch of smoke coming up here from whatever. Right there. Okay, so this is going to be attached to that right there somehow. So I didn't get to the track, and here's the little piece that I cut out. That right there. In the scenery there. Look at that? Okay. So I can just shove that back in there whenever I'm done with this. Let me trim this up a little bit here. There we go. All right, we got it. I didn't have any 1x3s long enough to go from one end to the other, so I'm having to use a 1x4. So the part on the bottom, I'll just have to lower it down a little bit. So I'm going to put some pilot holes over here so I can keep it solid right there. All right. And I don't know where my number 6 pilot hole is. All I could find is 8, 10, and 12. Because most of the stuff that I put on here is like for that is number 6 by 1.25 or an inch, depending on how far I have to go. But let me see in my stash of things right here what I got. And over on this other end, I might have to shorten that up a little bit. I got another 1x4 that I could put like over here. like so. Let's see how long I would need it. Like 22.5 inches. So maybe I got one of those. So, but I have to cut that one off a little bit. Let's see how long this is over here. It's 16th and 3/16. Make sure we're the same thing over here. 16 and yeah. So 22.5 inches. So let me see if I got a 22.5 inch one. Well, wouldn't you know it, I had about 5 of these the same length, and it is 22 and 3/8. Close enough. All right, so let's see what we can do with this thing right here. I'm going to have to cut some angles on these things here. And I want to make sure that I got this thing square. So that'll work like that. Okay, so if I slice this one and slice that one right there, I mean, okay, so I'm going to have to cut these on an angle. Okay, that one like that. Let's see what that angle is right there. Let me get my angle thing out here and we'll check it. So this is the angle that I need on it, on both of them. So I marked this one right here and I marked that one over there, and so I'll just have to cut it. I removed the one long one and placed it over here, clamped it in and cut down here. Did the same thing with the shorter one. And now I just have to screw this one back in on the piece over here, and we'll be good to go. Then I could figure out what the one in the middle is. I'll be able to cut that one down also. So there we go. Well, I got the first screws in already, so I'm just going to put the other screws in. And making sure that these are long enough. These are 1.25 inches that are going in those right there. Yeah, it's not perfect, but yeah, it'll do for what I'm doing. It was tiring, baby. Yeah. Okay. You got it? All right. clamp was there just to stop this from moving out that way and up. So here we have it. Woo. All right. So I could possibly put one in here. That would be 10 and 3/8 will do. Okay. And 3/8. Right there. I just have to cut that right there. And we'll put it right in here, like so. Or maybe I could just put it right in here, like this. Let me do it that way here. Let me see. That won't come all the way down, but okay, so it'll be right there. Ten and 5/8. Let's mark it at 10 and 5/8, and we'll cut it there. I'll take it outside and put it on my miter saw. And then we'll be able to stick it in right there. I'll bring a screw this way and then that away. All right, there we go. Well, I clamped that into place to see exactly where the best place for the brace would be, and this right here is right where I marked it. So that'll work out really good. That's right on the edge. Right there. So that'll work out good. All right. So looks good, huh? What do you think, huh? All right. Perfect. There's only one clamp right here. So all I'm going to do is put a screw right up here and right over here. And that way I'll just have to take 2 screws out to if I need to move it. And it's pretty solid. I put a piece of wood under here, and I put it flat over here where this comes together right there. So I'm going to screw it in. Well, there's 2 different modules right there. So I'm going to screw it in right here on this module. And then come over here on this side. Screw it over here. Be able to take that down. And I'll mark where those things are so I know when I need to take it apart. Then I need to take those screws out. sawdust everywhere over here. Get my silver Sharpie. Put an arrow on that one. Put an arrow on this one here. And so there we go. That's it. Now I'll just have to put all the pink foam, attach the pink foam back up on top. Now it's time to wait for the glue to dry, because I got that one piece right there on the part that I didn't touch. It's separated, so I had to glue it back down on there with wood glue, and we'll let that set in there, and once that sets, I'll do the next piece where the opening is right there and work our way down. So that'll probably be tomorrow, because it's already almost 8:45 Sunday night. All right, yesterday I got the layout ready and started gluing the foam on there, and I got the last piece on here glued on this morning. So let's see how this looks now. After I did the recording, I glued these two pieces in there last night, snuck that in there, and then after I was playing around with the computer, I got this one right here. So that looks pretty good right there. So, and I was scraping away some of that adhesive on there. I'm going to have to try to scrape a little bit more and add a little bit more and see what we got to do over here with the buildings. Let's see if we can get it back over here. I might have to redesign this a little bit so I could maybe put another piece of plastic over here, and then join these two together and then cut it right here, so when I take this out, then we'll have it like that, have that intact, because before I just had it so I could remove this structure right here. Okay, so let me move some of this stuff out of the way. You know, what I should do is put the tape on these joints before I do anything. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, there we go. That's what we got to do. Just to cover up the gaps in there. All right. We'll come down here like this. there's a little deal right here for the wires. You'll have to poke it up from the bottom. And my little supervisor fell over. I had him standing over here keeping an eye on everything, making sure everything's going well. He was standing in between the tracks here. I don't know how I got him propped up in there before, but on all that gravel. But there he goes. Alright, so we got that part out of the way. Well, I spent the afternoon cleaning up the train room a little bit. You wouldn't be able to tell, but you see over here, that's the one I just got at the train show in Melbourne, and I got that one some time ago, but that one was someplace else, and it was empty. So I put them over there and redid that there, and redid a lot of stuff back behind the computer desk. So, oh my goodness, where did everything go? Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to paint a layout view. Okay, so here we go. All right, there you go. So we got, see it from two sides, and you can see I got a can of paint right here. This is the green that I've had everywhere on here. I think this is my second can of green. I think I got this at Lowe's. But I've been shaking it up for a while. And let me shake it up a little bit more and open this up. And this isn't the paintbrush that I normally use. I don't know what happened to the one I normally use, but this will do. I found this somewhere. Let's see. Put some over here. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that looks nice. I may as well paint this over here, this cutout that I have. Because it's unpainted right now. Get the little whisk broom that I found in my stash. I used to have this in the van years ago. Many years ago. Yeah, this is a cutout that I made when I first put these modules up when I moved in here. This was going to be for Higginbotham's It'll be a while before I'm doing any work in this corner back here. But we got it started right there. Okay, there we go. Time to clean the brush now. There's a big view of it right there. There's the other big view. Yeah, there's the other big view right there. Well, the paint dried a little bit faster than I thought, but I got a little bit of flock and turf up in the few areas up in there. Let me see.